History books tell us about the Romans, the Egyptians, the Aztecs. But what if I told you there are entire civilizations, vast empires, and mysterious cultures that have been completely erased from our common knowledge? So much so that you'd struggle to find them even on Wikipedia. Today, we journey into the forgotten pages of history to uncover three lost worlds that time tried to bury forever. Our first stop is deep within the largest hot desert in the world, the Sahara. We think of it as an endless sea of sand, but beneath these dunes lies a ghost empire. Imagine a sprawling network of cities, connected by ancient trade routes, bustling with life long before the Romans even laid their first stone. This was the Garamantian Empire, using advanced irrigation systems called Fougera. They turned the barren desert into a fertile oasis, a green paradise in the middle of nowhere. For over 1,000 years they thrived, mastering chariot warfare and controlling the trade of gold, salt, and precious stones across Africa. But as the climate changed and their water sources dried up, their green kingdom slowly surrendered to the sands. The Garamantes and their sand-covered empire vanished, leaving behind only whispers and the faint outlines of their cities, visible only from the sky. Why was such a powerful civilization forgotten? Perhaps because its story is a chilling reminder of how fragile even the greatest empires are against the forces of nature. Next, we travel south to the heart of Africa, to a land that European explorers once called a kingdom of walled cities. Before colonialism reshaped the continent, the Congo Basin was home to a sophisticated and densely populated society. Forget the stereotypes of primitive villagers. Archaeological evidence reveals a landscape dotted with hundreds, possibly thousands, of fortified urban centers. These weren't just simple walls. They were massive earthworks, sometimes kilometers long, enclosing complex societies with structured governments, specialized artisans, and thriving marketplaces. They formed a vast political and economic network that spanned the entire region. Yet, when you search for this pre-colonial urban landscape, the results are shockingly sparse. The devastating impact of the slave trade and colonial conquest didn't just break down their walls, it systematically erased their history, replacing a narrative of complex civilization with one of untamed jungle. It's a history that was deliberately buried. Finally, we venture into the dense jungles of Central America to reconsider what we know about the Maya. We know about their pyramids and their calendar, but a rare and controversial archaeological paper suggests a hidden layer to their spirituality, a water mirror cult. Imagine this: in sacred caves and deep cenotes, Mayan priests would stare into still pools of water. But they weren't just looking at their reflections. They believed these water surfaces were portals, gateways to the underworld, a way to communicate with gods and ancestors. They would use polished obsidian mirrors and bowls of water to scry, to see the future, to gain divine knowledge. This wasn't just a minor ritual. It was a core belief system that shaped their cosmology. This theory suggests that many Mayan sites were chosen specifically for their access to these natural portals. It's a side of the Maya that challenges our entire understanding of their religion. Turning our gaze from the sky-high pyramids to the dark, watery depths below. Why is this theory so obscure? Because it forces us to look beyond the stones and into the mind of a civilization, a place far more difficult to excavate. The Garamontes, the builders of Congo's walled cities, the Mayan water gazers. These are not fantasies. They are real chapters of our human story, lost not just to time, but to shifting sands, colonial agendas, and the difficult nature of interpreting the past. They prove that history is not a complete book, but a vast, unexplored library with countless missing volumes. What we know is just a fraction of what there is to discover, and it makes you wonder how many other lost worlds are still out there, waiting just beneath the surface for someone to tell their story. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to uncover more secrets hidden in the past.